back to the Wrestling Recap Show. I'm your host, Big Mike. First, before I talk about the show tonight, I would like to say my condolences to the family of Pedro Morales, WWE Hall of Famer, WWE legend, wrestling legend. He will sadly be missed, and sucks that we have to start off the show with that. So, a little back history on Pedro Morales, just for his, the stuff that he's done in WWE. Back then, he was with the WWF and the WWF. I believe he was the second Intercontinental Champion in history, but he won it 2 times, and I believe before he was the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion up until The Miz tried to do it. Then he was a WWF Tag Team Champion with Bob Backlund. He was WWF US Champion one time. He was the WWF World Champion one time. He was the first WWF Triple Crown, and he was inducted in, I believe, the first class in '95 of the Hall of Fame. Back in '95. So there you go. And he will be missed. So, moment of silence. Okay. Thank you guys for tuning back into the channel. Hit the subscribe button if you don't mind. Like the video, share the video, follow me on Twitter. It's on the layout made by my graphics designer Salrex. He will be on Twitter if you want graphics. He makes graphics for everybody in the wrestling community that is worthy. I always say that stupidly, but hey, it is what it is. But yeah, he's a good graphics designer, great graphics designer, does great things for great people, and he get great responses in return. So thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. SmackDown, man. SmackDown was very hollow. It was nothing to hold it. We had a few good things, but we only had 2 matches to look at. Legit. 2 matches and 2 segments. That was pretty much the whole hour. It was 1 match in the first hour, and then the gauntlet match took up the whole rest of it. So yeah, that's it, man. I'll see you guys tomorrow for NXT. I'm just playing. We start off the show with that shocking ending, and I want to elaborate a little bit on that. Now, we know WWE loves Charlotte. There's no doubt. We know that they love Charlotte. And does Charlotte really need to be in this match? No. The selling point was already sold to the fans when it was just Ronda and Becky. But will the match be even better? Will the match be even better with Charlotte attached to it? Match-wise, yeah. Now, the thing with Charlotte being in feuds, WWE loves her. And Vince McMahon, you heard what Vince McMahon said. He said that he didn't like Becky's attitude, but he drug Ronda into it too. Now, I was confused at first, but now I understand. He drug Ronda into it because it's like, oh, you're not screwing her, you're also screwing me as well, because you drug me into this. Now she's going to be cheered and not being, booed. So in that point, that's ingenious it's going to pretty much erase all the boos for Ronda Rousey, and it's going to have nuclear mega atomic heat for Charlotte Flair, because she wasn't in it in a match. She didn't get in it by a match. She didn't get in it by circumstance. She got in it because Vince McMahon said so. That is the ultimate craziness. Because if you got put in it by circumstance, I'm like, all right, I understand. Okay, they had to have somebody in it. Sucks that it still couldn't have been that, but, it is what it is. Stuff happens. And if it got into a match, it was like, okay, at least they did it by a match. Because you do it by a match, then it was a reason, and the storyline propelled that, and then now we have that. They just flat out said no. She's in it, whether you like it or not. And that was the shocking thing that really blindsided me. It's like, so they're just balls out with it now. They just said, screw it. We got bigger balls than King Kong. We're going to put her in a match. Who cares who doesn't like it? And it's like, dang, that's how you feel? Like, that's how you feel. That's how you going to do the fans. After they had their lips buttered up for Becky Lynch versus Ronda Rousey in the main event of WrestleMania 35. Is Becky not the selling point? Does WWE have cold feet on Becky? Does WWE not have faith in Becky? Does WWE not care about Becky? Those are the questions. Because we all know Charlotte's good whether she likes it or not. Charlotte, in her feuds, no matter what feud she was in, she came out looking good out of the feud 100% of the time. You bring in the new generation of women. You had Sasha, Bailey, Becky. No, you had Sasha, Bailey, and you had Sasha, Becky, and Charlotte. You bring them up. You put them all in feuds. You put them all in factions. You had Team PCB, you had Team Bad, and you had Team Bellas. Who came out looking better than everybody else? Charlotte. Because she was the front runner to get the Divas Championship. Not only did she prematurely won it, they took it away, gave Brie Bella the longest reigning Divas Championship anyway, because screw CM Punk and AJ Lee. Then she gets the title. She gets the title anyway. WrestleMania 32 comes around. She turns heel because her father, in the midst of her winning, her father was interfering in her matches to make her look better. And she's like, oh no, it's all me. I'm fighting my stuff legit. And we all know, And then WrestleMania 32, they bring the Women's Championship back. Lita introduces it. It's Becky, Sasha, and Charlotte. Charlotte gets the big entrance. She gets the pyro in hers. And she wins the championship because Becky got screwed over because she got pulled off of Charlotte and got kissed in the mouth by old man Ric Flair. Probably tasted like nothing but freaking Vicks Vapor Rub. Probably. Because he's an old man. And old people smell like Vicks. That was a dumb joke. So she wins that. Boom. Then we have the flip-flop feud that never ends. Charlotte had the title first. Flipped it at the time. We didn't think it was going to get flipped this hard. Flipped it to Sasha. She won it on Raw in a great match. 2 weeks later, lost it at the pay-per-view. 3 weeks later, won it on Raw again in another excellent match. 2 weeks later, lost it in the pay-per-view. weeks later, won it on Monday Night Raw. You get the trend. And then once they had the Hell in the Cell match, that was a botch fest in Boston. Shout out to Joe Cronin, because he was at the match. He was at the show in Boston at that time, sitting corner ringside. He got caught on television. Sasha lost it again, and Charlotte had a undefeated streak at pay-per-views. Then that got ended, but she still ended up going on top, and then it goes to SmackDown. She doesn't become the first woman to hold both women's title on both brands. That's Alexa Bliss, and then she eventually did that, and she's a 7-time women's champion. You see how she's already safe? She has the ultimate safety net because WWE likes her. Now, WWE is always going to have Charlotte looking good coming out of a feud no matter what. What is it for the rest of them? We think Ronda's probably going to look good coming out of the feud because of Ronda Rousey. You don't want to mess up that relationship. What about Becky? How consistent will they have it with Becky? Tell me, how consistent? How consistent? How consistent? Only time will tell. Everybody's giving WWE the benefit of the doubt, so it's only right to fall in line to see where it goes, man. To see where it goes. And Becky didn't show up tonight. Who knows when she's gonna show up again? Let's see if she shows up maybe a week before Fastlane or whatever, or a couple weeks before Fastlane, or immediately after Elimination Chamber, which will be stupid because that's too soon. I think it should be like maybe the week before the go home show. She shows up, gets a match, and then have it and gets back in, and then we go to WrestleMania. But let's see what they do. We could have had back and forth promos, hyping, and all that type of stuff, getting invested, maybe a couple of tacks. Now we have this friction in the middle that should be there. Storyline wise, match wise, yeah, okay, yeah, this is probably gonna be an excellent match. But storyline wise, that void shouldn't be there. But hey, let's see where it goes. Charlotte comes out on tonight and basically just taunted the fans. Was talking about all the back blow of her being in the match and why she shouldn't be. She said you can comply, you can bitch and moan, but hey, I'm going to WrestleMania. You can sit at home, you can cry about it, but hey, I'm going to WrestleMania. Where are you going? So that was her whole shtick, spiel. Delivered it pretty nicely, I must say. And that was pretty much the end of that. And then we find out the replacement for Mustafa Ali, because he is out with an injury that's going to have him out past Elimination Chamber with a injury that some people said supposedly happened at the Royal Rumble because Battle Cow knocked him on his batoot when she eliminated him, and it's been bothering him. And then he got some aggravated other stuff, but it is what it is. So we thought it was going to be Andrade. I said, okay, Andrade has a nice spot here. Cool. No, it's one of the New Day members. I'm like, what in the world? That's stupid. You know, that's lazy. That's super lazy. It's like, why are you picking one of the New Day members? That's stupid. What did they do? They didn't do anything. Every single other person had a reason why they're in the match. And including Andrade. Hey, heck, you could have used Rey Mysterio. He has a reason. But no. One of the New Day members. At the time, I was angry. He's still going to be in the match. But just where? Because the gauntlet match determines when you coming in. Are you coming in last or not? Then we get a triple tag team between the women that's in the tag team elimination. And the thing that I noticed about this match, it was pretty much a regular tag team match because the Iconics were non-existent in this match. They didn't get tagged in. I believe they did the dual screen and they didn't even get in during the commercial break. And then once the finish of the match came, they hopped off the apron looking like, oh my God, what's going on? They just let Naomi and Carmella get the win, and then they attacked them at the end. So, yeah, that was crazy. And then we get the Usos and the best tag team ever on the McMiz TV segment. Good segment. I still hate that the tag team titles is on Miz and Shane. It was a good segment, you know. It was basically saying that you're not a real tag team. We're the best. You suck. You're a fluke. Blah, blah, blah. Got tense, and then that's it. Welcome to the Uso Penitentiary. See you at EC. Then we get the gauntlet match. So I'm like, whoa. So we're just getting 2 matches? It's 8:45 at this point. Daniel Bryan is walking down at 8:50. So I'm like, whoa, 2 matches. Okay. Daniel Bryan starts. Kofi Kingston enters. Beats Daniel Bryan in a really good exchange. I believe after that, Jeff Hardy comes out. Has a decent exchange with him. Beats Jeff Hardy. Then Samoa Joe comes out. I'm like, okay, here's where it ends. I was wrong. He beat Samoa Joe. And at this point, I'm like, holy crap, it's a gauntlet match. He is getting the Seth Rollins push. And what do you know what commentary is saying? He is in the match 40 freaking 5 minutes. And at this point, I'm like, okay, this is great. And then he gets attacked. AJ Styles comes out, helps him to get it off of him. They think he won't be able to continue. AJ Styles is like, come on, man, need to finish the match, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to end it this way. He gets into the ring. He finds some extra energy to say, he's been here too long. Let's go. Let's do this. You don't want to do this, but I want to do this. Been here too long. This is my opportunity, blah, blah, blah. And then he's pushing the bear, poking the bear, and then he gets bit. He taps out to the ankle lock. Not the ankle lock, the calf crusher. Then we have the Viper, who wasted no time. 2-second RKO, 1, 2, 3, shows goes off. That's it. That was the show, ladies and gentlemen. Tell me what you guys thought about this show. It was a weird one. It kind of built towards not Fastlane, Elimination Chamber, better than Raw. I gave Raw 1. I give this show a 4. Just because of what Kofi did. Kofi did some amazing stuff. They gave him the Rollins push. Anybody can look good in the Rollins push. But do I think it's because of Black History Month? No. Mustafa Ali was probably going to do the same thing. And he's not black. He's Muslim. So, thank you guys. 4 out of 10. See you tomorrow for NXT's. That's UK and regular. And Thursday will be the preview and predictions to Elimination Chamber. And then I will see you guys Sunday for the review of Elimination Chamber.